Hello everyone. Despite popular belief, I am not dead. I was, however, rendered mostly dead due to a research paper due today at 5 a.m., but after a nap, I was able to get my life back. Anyway, greetings fellow hunters. This is another episode of my boss guide series on Better Call Paul. Let's have a look at the Shadow of Yharnam boss fight. And the first thing you'll notice is that there is a grand total of 3 shadows. We'll call them shadows for the purposes of this video, and each shadow has a specialized weapon unique to it. One uses pyromancy and remains relatively still while casting fireballs at you. Another one wields a scimitar and a candle that has an attack like a flamethrower, and the other one just simply uses a katana. Because of the speed of the katana wielding shadow and the use of fireballs by the other shadow, you'll need to maintain a certain amount of speed throughout this entire fight to dodge their attacks. And thankfully From Software has blessed us with tombstones yet again, and also a very large pillar that will serve as safe havens if you need them. As you'll see in the video, I slow down and I get hit a few times, and although you may feel like a giant pussy just running around in circles, it's the most effective way to dodge all the nonsense that they throw at you. The true test of skill in this fight is cutting through the chaos and getting your attacks in despite paying attention to 3 different enemies attacking you at once. It can be tricky dividing your attention in this way, but if you space yourself between each one by moving in between the pillar and the tombstone, you can separate the melee attacking shadows from the pyromancer shadow, and at that point you just pick which one you want to attack, wait for them to be vulnerable, and then attack them in that time frame, while also paying attention to the other 2 shadows, which is the real difficulty of this fight. But these enemies do not hit as hard as you might expect. Other bosses in this game will one-shot you with their moves, but most of their hits just shave off a little bit of your health. So there's room for error, which is important. A good tip might be to hit the 2 melee shadows when you're behind the pillar, when you know the fireballs will not hit you, if you want to be extra safe. When the fireballs are cast, it's important to keep rolling and keep sprinting as much as possible, and if you're about to come in direct contact with a fireball, roll into it, because it's extremely easy to roll into these attacks and avoid damage. Now, once you get them down to a certain amount of health, they will be buffed into their serpent stage. Now, for me, this occurred when I got one of them down to below 25% health, so I imagine there's a standard there. And when they're buffed, they gain a new moveset, and their attacks are enhanced. A good idea is to strike them when they're entering this buffable phase. One of them applies fire to his weapon, and if you attack him while he's applying the fire, you can stagger him out of it, so that for the rest of the fight he won't even have fire on his weapon. When they upgrade themselves, their attacks become an even bigger pain in the ass. The pyromancer can now rain fireballs down on you. The katana shadow gets a long-range whip, and the scimitar shadow adds damage to his attacks using fire paper. And in general, with my experience, I felt like they all were attacking in a more rapid succession that added more stress to the situation. The important thing to remember is that despite their buffs, your agenda remains the same. Keep moving, keep rolling, dodge your attacks when you can, and when you get the opportunity, punish them when they are vulnerable. Except now that they're upgraded, the windows of opportunity are a little smaller and the risk is higher. But by now you should be used to this. Let me mention again the importance of gradually bringing each shadow's health down equally. You're going to essentially want to be a communist here and distribute the pain evenly in order to prevent having to fight 2 full health, fully upgraded shadows after you take down the first one. Now, once you kill 2 shadows, the last shadow will enter a final upgraded form with a whole new moveset. His close range moves are not as dangerous as his serpent attack, which you'll see me panic through a few times in the video. To avoid dealing with this attack, change your mindset and assume the role of the aggressor in this fight. It's mono-e-mono now, and if you stay close to the shadow, it will not use its serpent attack, which should be avoided at all costs because it does the most damage and may even one-shot some players. But, as you'll see in the video, when the shadow uses the serpent attack, it's not necessarily the end of the world. This is also a good opportunity to run in and punish the shadow, which I do in the video to get the killing blow. And since the shadow is defenseless when summoning the serpent, perhaps this move is just a blessing in disguise. Just make sure to dodge the serpents when they attack, and then before that you can get in a few hits that may end the fight before the serpents even get a chance. Well, thanks guys for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe and comment if you would like to support the channel and the Bloodborne content. I plan on completing this guide despite the delay in between episodes. From now on, I'll plan to upload a boss guide every 3 days or so. And I also want to start another series in place of the FIFA series I was going to begin. The first FIFA video didn't get good reception, so I doubt I will be returning to the idea of creating a guide for that. FIFA's out of season right now. FIFA 16 will come out in the fall, and maybe those kind of videos will be more valuable at that time and will get a better reception. If you have any ideas of what kind of videos I should be doing, just comment, and I will be sure to incorporate your feedback into my thought process when I plan ahead for this channel. This clip you're watching is me fighting that annoying harpoon guy on the roof that I still have not killed yet. He's killed me so many times. One day I'll get my revenge though. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Peace out. This is Paul signing off.